All right, I actually feel pretty good today. I worked all day and then I decided to come out here, my obnoxious roosters, and plant some of my seeds again for fall. But this time I saved all the berry cartons, every size of them. So hopefully this time they can't get into them, or them being the chickens can't get into them, and I might get some growth, or the beginning of something for me to kill later. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna take these old tags off because they absolutely destroyed them. There's not even dirt all the way up anymore. So they dug in them, and that was hay. And they just made a big old mess. So I'll grab my dirt and my seeds and get planting. This potting soil is pretty dry. So I think after I get it put into these containers, I probably should water it really, really good before I even put the seeds in. They are super dry. Holy moly. These roosters absolutely drive me insane with their crowing. It's just ridiculous how much. That's a chicken just under there, but those little roosters, man. It is ridiculous. Okay, so I guess maybe I'll put some saran wrap over these and see if I can't try to get something again. It's non-stop crowing. Okay. These little ones. They're just everywhere crowing too. I don't understand it. And what do they crow for? To keep predators away? Because I don't feel like that's accurate, because that's just showing the predators where they're at. Going toward them and not the size of that rock I just found in my potting soil. It's insane. Yeah, like maybe it's to draw predators toward them and not the females. Maybe it's just to be jerks. That's kind of my thought on it, but you know. I sure wish I was having a better luck this year with my gardening. All this stuff that you're constantly reading about food security. I mean, this seems like a really good year to have a good garden. Not this girl. I'll have roosters to eat. Just tiny little roosters. Tiny little roosters. Serve them up with some watermelon, because that's about the only other thing I have. Hopefully potatoes. Maybe we'll have tiny chickens, tiny potatoes, and tiny watermelon. Maybe tonight. All right. So my daughter broke my tripod. So you're just gonna get a low shot. But right now I'm just watering this dirt really good because it's just too dry to even plant it. It is so dry. Who would have thought it would get that dry so quickly? But it did. So, water this down really good. And then I'm going to plant my seeds in. Because I feel like my seeds would just kind of wash all over the place if I tried to plant them in this dry soil. So these fruit containers, or these berry containers, are the perfect things to save for mini greenhouses because there's already drainage holes in the bottom of them. And the top works to keep the heat in, keep the birds out, do all the things. I mean, we don't have a problem with needing to keep heat in around here this time of year because, you know, it's 100 plus degrees every day. Although today it's only, 80 degrees? But our humidity is ridiculous. Our humidity is always ridiculous here, always. Absolutely hate the humidity. And that chicken. So, alright. So, I got some Brussels sprouts. I think what am I going to do here? So, I'll do Brussels sprouts in this one here. I guess I'm going to really plant them in good. And then I'll, like I said before, I'll thin them out later. Which, of course, later never came because of my chickens. But hopefully, with them being covered up, they'll have a fighting chance. I think I'm just going to push them down in there. Real good. See if that works. I think it should work because there's... Maybe I'll put another little layer on top. I just didn't really want to because it's so dry, but I'm not sure I put enough dirt in there because I wanted a top on it, but I didn't realize that this top on this one domed up good, so it should be fine. I think I have enough dirt sitting in, or water sitting in this tray too, that it should soak up in there and have this dry dirt. Yeah, I feel it coming up already. This dry dirt covered in no time. So my rooster's just laying down here. My big rooster, hey. He's just laying on the ground minding his own business. And the kitten jumps off a chair next to him, hisses at him, makes hey stand up. Now he's all on guard trying to figure out what just happened there. He's such a pretty rooster and he's so nice and quiet. But then he has the loud one next to him. So he says he doesn't need to be loud. Oh, I think I hear my babies. No, I hear Amazon. Even better. All right. Let me go see what that is. Not even better. In case my kids are watching that. You are better than Amazon. Don't believe Mom's last comment. All right, that is my husband's birthday present. So, perfect timing because he's not home. And the box had a picture of what it was on it, so that wouldn't have been much of a surprise. So I am glad that happened the way it did, although I about killed myself picking it up because it was way heavier than I expected it to be. I was kind of thinking it was going to be like 20 pounds or something, and it was like 60. So I pulled my back a little bit grabbing it. So hopefully that pain doesn't linger on, because I do not have a very good back in the first place. So it doesn't take much to irritate it and get it all flamed up. Flamed up. I meant to say inflamed. Oh boy. Let's see here. So I got Brussels sprouts. Now in my other big container, I'm gonna do cauliflower in that one. Jerk rooster moved. Okay, these seeds are all so similar. It'd be so hard to tell them apart if you didn't have them marked. Like if you were seed swapping and somebody just handed you a bag and it wasn't marked, you wouldn't be able to tell these things apart. I guess because they're all part of the Brassica family, they seed similar? I don't know. I guess maybe no, because carrot seeds and stuff are smaller. I was gonna say maybe everything kind of looks like this, but not really. So, cauliflower, space, 1/4 of an inch deep, 30 to 36 inches apart, full sun, 70 to 80 days to harvest. These are Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. Sprouts in 7 to 10 days. Full sun, frost hardy, 24 inches apart, 1/4 of an inch deep, 70 to 75 degrees. So if it sprouts in 7 to 10 days, I wanted to know when. It doesn't tell me how long to harvest though. I'll put more of these in here. Maybe. Why I struggle with these so bad. This cauliflower, right? Yeah. All right. So I think on this one I'll do the same. I'll take and cover it with some extra dirt. I got cute kitties walking around. That's not a litter box. Stay out. Oh, these kittens are the absolute lovingest kittens I've ever seen in my life. I mean, as soon as you touch them, they begin to purr. It's so cute. I've never seen such like lovey-dovey kitties. And of course there are outside cats, like, I mean, Athena's a pretty happy girl too, but Sassy, she's weird. I could almost switch her out. If I thought she could survive, she would probably be an outside cat. She's getting really weird about doing stupid things like last night she peed in our shower, in our bathroom. Now, for a long time, I thought my cat, Tilo, was doing it. Tilo was just a jerk. He was a male. He started getting urinary tract infections. And once he started doing that, he decided he preferred often to go to the bathroom on things. At least I think. I'm not even sure anymore. That was just kind of always my theory behind it, is that Tilo was doing this. But, at one point, I was all devastated because he was kind of going around and peeing in our house and ruined all the carpet everywhere. And a few times, I did see him do it. And I would, I'd take him to the vet or whatever. But for the most part, I kept him on urinary tract food. And I, like the food and the canned food for extra moisture, like extra water in his food. And, I never, if I saw blood in the laundry room, because he would like pee on a dryer sheet, like really weird stuff like that. And if I saw that, then I was like, oh, okay, we need to get this urinary tract thing treated again. So through the last several years of his life, I just thought he was a jerk that was peeing on things. And he got killed by some kind of predator a couple months ago after we moved here, beginning of like summer, late spring. And I was like, well, devastated, obviously, but in the back of my mind, I thought, at least I don't have to worry about him peeing and pooping on things. It's still going on. Now, I don't know if the other cats caught on to this, trick. I don't know. And, some of the weird things, like the peeing or pooping in the shower, didn't happen until I got Athena off Facebook. And then that's when that weirdness kind of started. So I don't know if it was her, if it's her doing it, or if it's just a coincidence. In my mind, I would just like to think that it's, it's my goat coughing. Isabella. I just like to think it's Sassy. Sassy is by far the one we're least attached to. I know for a fact that she was pooping on things, but my daughter was also leaving her locked in her bedroom all the time. So, with no litter box, obviously that's going to cause problems, But I don't know. I kind of just want to throw Sassy outside and be like, ugh, I'm sick of this. Because right now she gets herself in the little one's closet and she gets herself locked in there and then she's pooping in it. And the closet has built-ins. And the built-ins don't go to the wall. There's a gap behind the drawers in the closet area. And in that gap, she manages to poop and throw it in there, or I don't really know what she does. All I know is I know for a fact that one is hers. Sometimes because she gets locked in there. Sometimes I don't know if she's just an idiot. I kind of think she's just an idiot. But, so right now, it's going on again. Well, I can't reach it. My husband literally gets physically ill over cat poop. And the poor guy has to keep doing it. I try to block up that area and keep the doors closed. But Karami, for one, loves to play in her closet. It's like she thinks it's a clubhouse. It has a light and everything in there. Then also, they move the stuff around that I put in there to kind of block that area up. I'm just losing this battle. I don't know, but it would be too mean to throw her outside, I guess. I don't know. She really doesn't like the outside. Like, she isn't one that even attempts to go outside. Occasionally in the past, she has walked outside when a door is open, and she's kind of, wandered around a bit. And Paisley, leave the kitten alone. And she is terrified the entire time, like terrified. So it would actually be very mean if I tried to put her out there, but it's also mean to ruin my house, I don't know, and make my husband throw up all the time. All right, so I have the cabbage. The cabbage is 87 days till harvest, 1/4 of an inch deep, 16 inches apart. One plant per 12-inch container. So, $87 days. It was a cauliflower. It was the same, wasn't it? 87 days, 70 to 80. So, 80 days. If it's the end of July, so 3 months, July, August, September, October, end of October, beginning of November, I should be able to harvest these. Man, ideally, I should be able to harvest these. Got lots of broccoli. I'm gonna do this one with broccoli. Broccoli is 50 to 85 days till harvest. Full sun, 16-inch space, 1/4 deep. One plant per 12 inches. This says it's a traditional Italian variety with 3 to 4 inch heads, non-uniform shoots, and great for spring and fall. So, I think it's just regular broccoli. I do like how the gurneys or burpees tell me when to harvest, where the Baker Creek tells me when it sprouts. If all these were to actually work, I have no idea where I'd put this many plants. But the way my year's going, last year, like I planted, I had read you plant twice as much than what you want. And every single thing I had actually worked. And I was like, whew, what am I going to do with all these tomatoes and stuff? So yeah, I had all of the plants actually sprout, but I did not have much luck with them damping off. Like, they all rotted. None of them got good roots or stems or anything like that. So I shouldn't say none of them, but for the most part, the ones that did, I was able to, get them outside and going good. And then I want to say, yeah, my silkies, my chickens, tore them all up. Tore up every bit of them. So, it is possible for me to grow things. Now, have I ever eaten anything? Tomatoes and squash. I have had luck with tomatoes and squash. Peas. I think that's about it. Anything I start from seeds, I think that's pretty much all I've had luck with at the end. So, I don't know. All I want to do is garden, play with my chickens and goats and rabbits. Good thing I have chickens and goats and rabbits to play with. I can play in the garden, but it sure isn't gonna keep my family alive, especially if we have this food crisis and shortage and everything. It's gonna be eating the dirt and the seeds. I heard a leaf being eaten. I turned around and found my Isabella standing there staring at me, and then I turned around and scared her and she took off, but that was pretty funny. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna grab some leaves and walk around. Dolores rubbing herself. Isabella! And she's like, how do I get back in there? Help me out, Dolores. Help a girl out. Xena, go on. Xena, go find something else to do. You're freaking the goat out. Oh, here comes Isabella. Oh, darn Paisley's chasing her. Come on. Come on. Good job, Isabella. Come on, baby. Run, 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 run. Go on. Good job. Good job. You guys are so cute. Oh, look at all that poop on Birdie Hen box. Birdie Hen. Birdie Hen. Birdie Hen. Got anything happening under there? No, Birdie Hen. I don't think there's anything in there that's gonna hatch. I know. You can sit there though. It's okay. You guys are jerks. Jerks. Look at them. These chickens all setting up here. It's so weird. I feel like I need to, I'd say clip their wings, but probably good for ground predators if I don't. So I've decided to plant some pumpkins in these containers that the chickens dug up already. Since I didn't have much pumpkin luck over there, just 2 vines. So I got Casper, I'm gonna do in 2 of them. And I've got mini ones and I've got giant ones, I think. So I will see make sure that's all I have. So I'm gonna do Casper in 2 of them because I love the look of a white pumpkin. And so where'd it go? Okay, the Casper is 6 to 18 days to germination, 90 days to harvest. So again, that would be right around Halloween. So all right, so I guess I'll just see what happens with some of these. Man, I don't have any purpose for them. Like I don't make pumpkin pies or anything. I just like pumpkins to decorate with. I make things like pumpkin bread, but I buy the cans of pumpkin. The pies are straight from Sam's Bakery. So, not that I've just never tried to make pumpkin pie filling. Now, I've heard it's really easy. Like, people have told me, like, you just try it, because you can just stick it in your crock pot and that's it. So here's this winter squash. I mean, winter squash. It is a winter squash, but it's a Connecticut field pumpkin. So that should be, I think, just a regular sized pumpkin. And then I have mini harvest blend. I'm gonna dig through my seeds and see if I have any other ones before, because I got 2 of this size container and then 1 tiny little blueberry container left I can plant in. So let's see make sure there's nothing else pumpkin wise in them. Okay, so I didn't find any more pumpkin variety. I'm gonna put 4 of these Connecticut fields in, and then 4 of the mini harvest blend. And although they're not called like pie pumpkins, like I traditionally see the ones like the size of a little bit bigger than a softball, for pie making, all of these varieties I have here of pumpkins are saying that they are good for pies or for eating. So this mini one says it provides a mix of small decorative pumpkins that are also great for eating, contains bumpkin, gooligan, and hooligan varieties. Plants will grow from 4 to 6 ounces in size and shades of orange and white, and they are spaced them 2 to 3 feet apart. They are 90 days till harvest, and it looks like I technically should have planted these between May and June in my area. So we'll see what happens. Of course, these are also ones that expired last December. Same with most of the ones I'm planting. So, oh man. Let's see, I just planted the Connecticut's in there. So this, I'm gonna plant these mini ones here in this blueberry container. I looked to see how my spaghetti squash would do this time of year being planted, because I mean, like, I cannot find spaghetti squash anywhere this year. It's like I haven't seen it probably in 2022. I don't think I have seen it in a store. So I was very happy to see the spaghetti squash growing back there, but it does not look like I have time to get another harvest out before it freezes, and apparently winter squash are not frost hardy. So, ooh, this one's kind of mutilated. So I'm not even going to attempt that. I don't know if it's that hard to find the squash this year. I'm thinking it may be hard to find the seeds, so I may not want to mess around and experiment with those. So those are Connecticut. And 2 of them. And then mini all right. I'm actually going to go and take some of these peas and plant some in the the bags back there, the bags that didn't take off around the trellis. So right now I'm going to do these. Hopefully they're okay to leave here for a few minutes without my pumpkins, or not my pumpkins, I'm reading the thing, without my chickens helping themselves to these 4 containers. And then I'll walk around to my garden and see what I can do there. Fresh